Dorsey, grade 12, defensive tackle, DuPont High School.
Your sophomore year, coming into it, that's your first year on varsity. You're younger, you're smaller, you're going up against bigger, more experienced guys. What's that like? What did it teach you?
Well, I had already been going against bigger guys, or guys bigger than me, since my freshman year, because I had started on JV. And there was already juniors and sophomores that were already bigger and been in the weight room longer than I have. So just gaining that experience, it was still kind of new for me. Because, I had gone against some seniors, and yes, there were some times that I had gotten blown up off the ball. Because like when I'm playing defensive tackle, you got to go against those big, especially when I'm on the outside, you have to go against those big tackles. Trying to play in a foul technique. So,
since you've been playing all 4 years, you're a leader on this team. It's your senior year. What have you learned about stepping up and taking accountability and being a leader on this team?
Well, it's all about what you put forth into it. It's all about the effort you put. And basically, with me, I had to really step up. As I got older, I had to really realize I had to teach these young guys how to be good on and off the field or in school. So
you mentioned on and off the field.
Yes.
Manual's a hard school academically.
Yes.
It's hard playing a sport where you're going 5 days a week and then in the summer 2-a-days. What's it like juggling work, football, and school, and other responsibilities all at the same time?
Well, honestly, it helps me with time management because most likely next year I'll probably be playing on the next level. So it would just help me, it trains me for that as well. Helps me mentally and physically. Because yes, you will not get as much sleep, but you also have to find out ways how to take your study skills to your advantage and then go to bed on time at home.
So what would you tell a younger guy if he was in the same position you were in, when you came into it? Like, this is a lot. What would you tell a guy like that?
Do your work now. Don't procrastinate. Have a set time schedule and always do your work as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you don't have to do your work, focus on football as well. As long as you have the right grades, because I ended up with a 3.7. So as long as you have the right grades, you can always focus on whatever you want.
How has Manual and Manual football prepared you for that?
Well, just looking at the guys before me, I noticed that I wanted to be just like them. Getting recruited, talking to coaches, going to little game visits and everything, which I'm truly blessed that I have been doing. So just having to work hard and having to put in that extra time outside of practice just so I can make it to that next level.
So Manual.
Yes.
It's a big game. All of our 3 years here so far, we have not won. What's the mindset going into that game?
Execute. Do everything with every play. Step in with the right foot. Don't get the ball thrown over your head. Just keep going, pushing, going 110%.
So how are you preparing these younger guys that probably don't know the tradition as much, probably haven't had the feeling of getting beaten by this team as much? How are you prepping them for the game?
You have to tell them that it's really honestly not just a game. It's honestly war out there. It's because you're putting your life on the line for the crowd and your teammates at the same time. Like y'all are all out there together, and y'all are out there shedding sweat, blood, and tears.
So you mentioned the crowd.
Yes.
What's it like Friday night, male versus Manual, cold weather? What's it like being out there playing with all those fans cheering for you?
I love the atmosphere. I really do. Especially just seeing the crowd cheer on your name as soon as you make that play, that touchdown, that tackle. And then just seeing the student section hold up the senior fat heads. That really, really warms my heart.
What's it like not just playing on the field, but running out onto the field, running behind the flag with all your teammates? What's that experience like?
My mindset just totally changes. It's just it's really time to focus up. And I noticed that it's not I'm not a freshman anymore. I don't have time. These are really like my last couple high school games I got left. It's time to really focus up because mainly my whole time playing varsity, I'm always thinking, I got time. I really don't have time now. So as soon as I hop on the field, it's like focus up. You have to do this. Make sure you do this play. And even if I do mess up on a play, I can depend on my teammates as well.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about trust with your teammates. A lot of players have brought that up. How does it affect you?
Trust is really heavily on my team. It's not just one star player, even though we have like multiple assets to our team. So basically what we do, we just have to really invest time and have to communicate mid-game, during practice, at all times. Because with that, we will find better ways to achieve the goal.
And so this season, what's the goal?
To win, at all times.
How do you make sure that people have that mindset? How do you make sure that people are coming in there to focus on winning and focus on the team winning and not just them getting their stats?
Like I said before, you have to tell them that this is really a team game. Even then, Male Manual is not just a game, to be honest. It's legacy. It's been going on for years. It's been going on even before we was born. So you have to really tell them that you can really break history. You can really take anything in your hands on the field.
So you mentioned legacy.
Yes.
How much does that motivate you on the field?
It motivates me a lot because I'm not the first person that went to manual. I had other people before me that's gone to manual too, like my family members. And then I'm not the first person in my family to play football. So football has really been a big asset on my life so far as teaching me certain lessons and teaching me certain things that I can use throughout my entirety of just bettering myself as a person.
So switching tones a little bit. What is your favorite memory? Not, like most extreme or anything. What's just your favorite memory? It could be funny, it could be serious, anything from your time at manual football.
Honestly, I'm going to have to say the Ballard game last year because we have beat Ballard almost every year. We never lost to them. And then when we beat them in overtime, that was our year that we were still a young team, lost most of our seniors due to injuries. And we still beat them, even though they had all those stacked players. So.
What is the funniest thing you can remember? Like you're walking in Target 30 years from now, you walk in the middle of the store, and it pops into your head, and you just start dying laughing. That kind of memory. What's something that's going to stick with you that's the funniest thing you've experienced with your time at manual football?
Anything that Coach Carmi does. Anything. That man is so funny.
Explain that more.
It's just like the reaction he gives, and then like you say something random, he'd be like, check in. What's that? I'd be like, Coach, check in. He'd be like, 3 claps, check in. And be like, it's just hilarious.
So speaking of Coach Carmody, what is the funniest thing he's ever said to you?
Don't be a slap. Don't be a slap, slacker, all that.
When you're on the field, when you're in practice, when you're in the weight room, what pushes you, what motivates you to keep going and play hard?
Well, I pray a lot. I try to pray a lot about injuries, that all my team, the whole team stays healthy. And just losing the Male all those years, especially when I played on JV freshman and sophomore year, just losing the Male then, because we almost beat them my freshman year, but we lost by a touchdown. So just with that and everything, just really motivates me as well, because you can really change history, like if you just put forth effort into it.
So for my final question, what is your message to Male this year?
My message to Male, just want to let them know it's going to be a show.